Rick doesn't remember is I met him at BlogWorld a year ago. Walked up to him. I had an expo back, so I walked up to him and said, "Hey man, I'm Scott. I'm going to be your opening keynote next year." He's like, yeah, what? I'm going to be your opening keynote next year. He's like, okay, whatever there, tough guy. And here we are. If I can do it, you can do it. So there's your Tony Robbins. So, trust me, I'm a moron, so I'm pretty happy that I can be out here. So, and it's Vegas, and it's 8:40. We're good. So this is stop 11 of the 30-city unbooked tour. I decided to stop for 10 days in Vegas to relax. So, yay. That's the book cover, by the way. I was really happy with it, and I put it up on Twitter, and I got excited because Shannon Wiley sent me the cover. I'm like, awesome! It's like a stamp, and it's a brown paper bag, and I put it up on Twitter. I said, look everybody, look at me, like usual, and check this out. And I put it up there, and everyone's like, awesome, awesome. And a guy wrote back and said, looks like you're marketing for the UN. And all I see now, when I look at the cover, is United Nations marketing. You son of a bitch. And now all of you will see that, so you're welcome. So I called this session just for BlogWorld. I made it for this one. I called Stand Up, Stand Out, because I want to stay out. We're all going to hear it today, so this is on purpose. Stand together. Standing up for what you believe in when you blog, which makes you stand out, and the ability to stand together when you build relationships. So I have a couple of rules today. There we are. I call them unrules. If you don't mind, please unrule everything in my world. Number one, please turn on your phones. Make sure they're on. Your laptops are on. I sort of caught that. Thank you very much. We're all ADD squirrel. We're all ADD, so we have to go that way anyways. Keep the ringer on only if I'm going to like the ringtone. If it's Kesha TikTok, I'm going to come there and roundhouse kick you right in the face. So it's your call what you want to do. I want you to tweet about it. I want you to talk about it. Obviously, there's me and there's the hashtag. I don't know if I can say hashtag. People actually know what it means in the audience. Talking to my fellow geeks. There's debates in speaking, right? You know, turn off your phones and you should keep them off and pay attention. Well, we're not 7. And my job is to make it so good that you want to actually talk in tweets. So like everything I say is within about 100 characters, so it's easy to be retweeted. I want to make it so good you want to tweet to everybody who's not here, make them jealous, but so good you don't want to miss anything, so you don't want to look down. You just mind fart the entire time, trying to go up and down to see what's going to work. So that's my goal, is to screw with your head this whole time, if you don't mind. This is it. If you can take anything from this session at all, you can just walk off the stage after this point, that marketing is not a task for a company. It's not a department. It's not an action item in a quarterly meeting. Marketing is every single time you have a potential engagement with anybody out there. Past customers, present customers, future, your competition, anybody. Every single time we have a potential engagement point, we are marketing. It's not up to our director of marketing. It's not too small to have a marketing department. You're the marketing department. Your blog is your marketing department. Marketing is building an awareness of something. That's all it is. It's different from sales. You've got to make sure you understand those two things. So everything we do, well, Scott, not a marketer. You all are. Your front lines, the little weasel that works your front counter at your fast food place getting paid minimum wage, that's your best marketer or your worst. And companies kind of forget that everybody is a marketer everywhere we go. I paid $37 for this stock photo, mainly so you can see spit coming out of his mouth. So I'm going to leave this on actually longer than I should, because I'm trying to get the ROI. Awesome. Since we want to talk about ROI this event, right? There's my ROI, $37. We've got a 3.5 minutes. Look at that. This is it. This is my favorite slide in the world. People say, well, you know, how do I get people to talk about my blog and spread it around? And how about we just stop writing crap and people will spread it? People don't spread thin.
People don't go, Jeff, you've got to read this blog post. You've got to check it out. It's fairly mediocre. You've got to read this top 10 list that's been rehashed 7 times in the past 2 months. Go check it out. I kind of thought it was okay. I half read it. People spread awesome. That's totally tweetable, by the way. I'll wait. If you could tweet it, and then if you could retweet it, and it'll get the circle going around, it'll be good. So, people spread awesome. That's it. And people say to me, well, Scott, you know, how do we do that? And I have to blog more frequently. I'm going to go into what really pisses me off with blogs in a second, because this isn't even pissed off yet. People say, well, Scott, I got to write frequency, and I can't always come up with awesome. Please stop mistaking frequency for proper blogging or success. Blogging on a schedule makes me stabby. I want to, like, right in the retina, I want to start stabbing people. You've got to blog 2 times a week. You've got to blog weekly. Really? Kiss my ass, you don't. You know when you have to blog? When you've got something to say. That's when you blog. People pass around things when you're passionate about things. Well, Scott, I'm not passionate about what I blog about. Then don't blog about it. People spread awesome. My last blog post from last week was the first post I did in 9 weeks. Okay, that's stupid. That's a little too long to leave it. But you know why I blog? Because I was passionate about it. A blog takes me 10 minutes. Why? Because I freak out and I spaz out. You couldn't tell I could spaz. I spaz out and I type, I upload it, and then I spell check it later on when somebody on Twitter is an asshole and they say, you forgot you spelled this wrong. Thank you. Thank you to the department. I didn't ask you for your opinion. It makes you look unprofessional. No, I make me look unprofessional. Right? There's a difference between the two. So understand that frequency. Now, mind you, if you can blog awesome daily, then blog daily. I don't know how people do it. There's people out there that just haul ass every day in a blog. They're like either Mensa or they're mental. But either way, they are awesome. They can do that. I can't. And if you can't do it, don't. Blog once a week. Blog every other week. But when somebody gets a notification that the new blog post is up, I want them to crack their pants and say, I've got to read this now. Right now. Not, I'll get to it later. I have a folder in my email which says newsletters or blogs unread, to be read. You know how many I have in there? 4,000. It's my place where I just drag it. I'll read it later. You never read it later.